Oh my goodness. Mike McDaniel just signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. This is absolutely massive news for the Chargers because now you've got Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt coming back from injury and one of the best play callers in football. McDaniel, if I'm being honest, and I'm not just saying this because he's with the Chargers, he should be a head coach. Is he an amazing head coach? No, but he's such an elite play caller that somebody should have just took a chance in him, and he ended up with us, and I'll take that because now all of a sudden you're going to have a West Coast type of scheme. You're going to have motion confusing the defense, and Justin Herbert is going to have a chance. Like Greg Roman, the Chargers, they didn't score a touchdown until the fourth quarter against the Texans last year in the playoffs. And then this playoffs, they scored 3 points. So you had a horrible play caller. You had no offensive line. And then Justin Herbert, he didn't play great, but Herbert has never had a real chance to succeed. But now he does. You've got McDaniel. You've got your two stud offensive linemen coming back. And then Amari Hampton's going to be fully healthy, of course, going into the spring. The Chargers also have the most cap space in the league. Like the Chargers, I understand that they're hyped up and they won 11 games the previous 2 seasons, and then they got embarrassed, at least offensively. But now there's no excuses. Like there's absolutely no excuses. You've got to throw money at a center because I just can't stand Bradley Bozeman. And I got a lot of heat coming into the start of the season saying that I don't think this offensive line is going to be good. And it wasn't. It was terrible. Like not Zion, well, Zion's, but talking about, of course, bringing in Becton, he did nothing. Bradley Bozeman, who should never have been the starting center to begin with, did nothing. Like Andre James should have been the starter or go get someone. But now with so much money, you can bring in a big name like Tyler Linderbaum or something. So the Chargers, I'm looking at in the playoffs, and it's just too predictable. It's a lot of like play action that isn't really going anywhere. Receivers going the same way. There's no creativity. And you look at like Sam Darnold, for example, he was put into a situation with the Vikings with Kevin O'Connell. And then, of course, he had Clint Kubiak with the Seahawks. And like quarterbacks, they need an offensive coordinator that understands them and that can put them in a position to succeed. And the Chargers haven't had that. They absolutely haven't. So that's why I'm excited about this news as a Bolts fan because it gives us a real chance to be an elite offense. And Lad McConkey, he didn't have the year I wanted him to, but you also have to understand that the Chargers couldn't pass protect. So he wasn't able to get open down the field. Keenan Allen, I'm sure, will be back. I mean, he'll be going into his age 34 season, but a third down, he's still as reliable as it gets. Trey Harris, I'm looking at, of course, like Aronde Gadsden and like all the rookies on the offense at the skill position. Where's the Keandre Limber Smith? That's right, he's on the IR. I was looking for him. Big time, going up and get it type of receiver. I like what the Chargers honestly have. Like I like the personnel, assuming that Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater are healthy. I just think they're one piece away, and it's the center position. Like Zion and Becton, I think that like that's serviceable, but with the other three guys, like center is so important because it helps out Herbert, just kind of pointing out protections and potentially changing the play. Like an elite center is huge in football. So I think offensively, the Chargers all of a sudden they go from a team that was kind of like just good enough to get to the playoffs with an elite defense to now like, okay, this is a problem and an elite defense. Jesse Minner, I don't believe has been hired to this point. I'm not a big social media guy, so why do I always type in Jessie? It's Jesse. I'm just horrible at remembering that. Yeah, Browns will conduct a second interview with Minner. And it's not exactly what we want to see here. But if Jesse Minner comes back, I mean, and you have Minner, McDaniel, and Jim Harbaugh, you essentially have three head coaches. And then I don't know who's the Chargers special team coach. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cover the team like every single day, and I mean I don't know everything about the Bolts, but that's in a pretty elite coaching staff, man. If this team can just stay healthy, I think they've got a chance with just about anyone. And like, despite the offense being horrific against the Patriots, it was still a competitive game. Like the defense did everything it could. So give them credit, man. I mean, Khalil Mack, everyone said that, not everyone, but like a lot of people said that he's 34. You can't have a 34-year-old be your best edge rusher. Well, I beg to differ. And honestly, Khalil Mack is as elite as it gets, but Tuli Tubelotu truly did step up and had a monster season, 13 sacks. man, especially those stunts where he was able to just chase after the quarterback. I liked what I saw at Atuli. You got Henley, of course, Derwin James. I thought the secondary played very well too. I was a little bit skeptical about it coming into the season, but the safety position was just phenomenal. So yeah, the Chargers they lost to the Patriots, but did anyone really expect them to win? I mean, they had to go from Los Angeles to Foxborough. It was 30 degrees, and they were without their two superstar linemen, without both of their starting and backup running backs. So I know it's excuses, but that's how football is. The teams that stay healthy typically go on to win. Bo Nix is hurt. The Broncos probably would have won the Super Bowl. I hate to say that as a Charger fan. Bo Nix is hurt. It's over, right? I mean, so that's football, man. Like, see, the Chargers, they won 11-6 despite the circumstances, and I think that we should appreciate it for what happened, like making the playoffs, giving yourself a chance, understanding that you still had a chance to win, and kind of making changes. So McDaniel comes in, and when he was with the Dolphins, he had Tua making like 56 million a year. Tua's a great guy, but he's just not. You're not winning with Tua at quarterback. And the Dolphins could have had Herbert is the funny thing. So now McDaniel, he gets an elite offensive line, he gets an elite quarterback, an elite run game, an elite defense. Like, this is the perfect scenario for the Chargers. And time will tell to see if it works out. But this is like the most optimistic I've been ever about the Chargers. And the reason I say that is just because there's always been like a key hole on this team. Like, whether it be the interior offensive line or Greg Roman or like it's just something, but it doesn't seem like there's any holes right now. And if anyone could think of any, well, that they have the draft capital, they have the money in free agency to address that. So yeah, this is going to be a big time, absolutely big time off season for the Chargers. I mean, I'm going to be posting just about every single day. And when is NFL free agency? It's like next month, right? And when does NFL free agency start? March 11th. All right. Well, is it? I guess I'm a little bit too ahead of myself here. I was a month off, but yeah, it is going to be March 11th. That's huge because I think my YouTube suspension ends March 2nd. Oh my god! So I'm actually going to be unsuspended right before free agency. Oh, dude, I'm gonna look at all the names and then try to see who I think's best for the Chargers, and then when, of course, they do sign someone, well, we'll react to it. And also the front office of the Chargers, it's given them a legit chance here to compete. I mean, you look at like all the we just I alluded to it earlier. It's like the rookies that the Chargers brought in were phenomenal. I mean, they got the job done offensively, and Justin Herbert's got weapons. We just didn't get to see them do much because he didn't have time to get them the ball. But with an elite offensive line, of course, picking up those blitz protections, I mean, Herbert's going to push the ball down the field. Like, I believe in Justin Herbert. There wasn't a second. Okay, maybe that's a lie. Maybe there was a second when Herbert did what he did against the Patriots, but then I snapped out of it and I was like, am I really going to complain about having Justin Herbert as my team's quarterback? That's ridiculous. It's preposterous. Justin Herbert is going to win a Super Bowl. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna promise it because that's probably gonna jinx it. But I feel so confident in him. And now with Mike McDaniel, with this money in free agency, it's time to get aggressive and get him some weapons. Like, you look at like Caleb Williams for the Bears. Like, the Bears, they gave Caleb so much on offense, and I know he came up short, but the Bears had a chance, man. They were a miscommunication away, him and Moore, from being in the NFC Championship right now in overtime, man, on that throw across the right side. So, and like, teams just continue to do everything right for their quarterbacks, and the Chargers are now one of them. Seahawks, Bears, Chargers, throw them in there, man. So I'm fired up, man. I'm amped up. I'm ready to. I wish the season started again, but obviously it's going to be a long process, and I'll keep you guys covered. But my name's Thunder Alley, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.